So this my man Oschino, man. He's still on the warpath. He going at everybody in Philly. And I mean, if you really sit down and listen to him, he has valid reasons to feel the way he does. I mean, it seems like Oschino was one of the first people to get on in Philly. Jay-Z signed him, and it seemed like he was a good dude. He looked out for a lot of people. Even you can find Meek Mill talking about how when he ain't had nothing, Oschino was the only one who used to look out for him. He took him up under his wing. And it seems like after a lot of Philly artists blew up, they kind of forgot about him. They kind of ain't giving him his just due. And he coming out and he letting you know about it. And Gillie is one of the people he just seems to have zero respect for. He say Gillie making the whole city look bad, walking around with that big goofy hat on, dancing and always being a clown. And I kind of agree with him on that. When they first came out with $1 million worth of game, him and Wallow used to be on there actually dropping game. They used to be talking about serious things. And, they spoke like elder statesmen of hip hop. It was a show you could watch to be entertained and you could learn something from it. But then it just turned into a circus, man. They just on there being silly. Every time I see Gillie, he doing some goofy dance move and it just doesn't have the appeal that it once did. It lost a level of seriousness, and that's what it's missing. But a lot of these little back and forths that Oschino have with Philly artists, I tend to side with O in a lot of the situations because he seemed to be the only authentic person. And I ain't saying you got to do a bid to be a great rapper, but I am saying if everybody coming out of Philly gonna portray this tough gangster drug dealer lifestyle, then you should pay respect to the person that actually did it. I mean, you can go look at old paperwork. He done been in jail for murders and robberies, drugs. He done been shot 8, 9 times. I mean, he the one that really lived that life that they all rap about. To my understanding, Meek Mill ain't never been locked up for nothing like that or been shot. Freeway and Beanie, Sigel, them state property, the whole crew. Ain't nobody got a rap sheet like O, and it looked like they hang him out the dry all the time. So I tend to agree with a lot of the things he be saying. But I'm going to get into this interview he did with Cam Capone, where he just further went in on Gillie, and he talked about why him and Beanie Sigel don't really get along neither.
The number one guy from State Property, Beanie Sigel, did you and him get close during the time? Like, what was your guys' relationship?
No,
like?
we never was close. We always had friction. Like we always, I'm like, he want to be the boss, and he can't be the boss of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my attitude. I mean, so we never really got along. We got along like once in the blue, but not really. Yeah. Even to this day, we don't get along. But now he's an older man. Like, he's an older man. So he's not a Broad Street bully no more. He's like a side street sucker. He's like an older man. So he got to do older shit. You know what I mean? I don't even know why he just don't start wearing shoes and slacks. You know what I'm saying? Just go some shoes and slacks and just go retire. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Now you told your shows and shit, but like he said something about me in the pockets. Like, stop talking about me, bro, because now you're old as shit. You gotta chill. If I'm old, you're and plus, see, people age different ways. I age like a human. He aging in dog years. So like every 1 year I have, he got 7. So he really like 75. I'm like, boy, why you talking about me, bro? Just go. Just chill. So we're not friends or none of that no more. Like, we just, But my thing is this: one thing with me, if I'm not your friend, you gonna know. I'm not like I'm your friend. I'm not gonna sit around like he and around. If I say I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I don't, you will know. You know what I'm saying? So I let it be clear with them that I don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? He like to play we cool game, but then you turn around, he talking about you like I don't. So I just let him know, interviews and his face there, I don't fuck with you, bro. You know what I mean? So the people who don't like it, just understand you gotta respect that as a man. The person telling you I don't fuck with you, like, you know what I mean? We ain't got to go through that, but I just don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Beanie Sigel, if you watch this, I don't fuck with you. So, I don't fuck with you, bro. So, you know what I mean? See how easy that was? The truth is so easy.
My man Oschino does not mix words. He gonna let you know exactly how you feel. And I think a lot of this beef with Beanie Sigel stems from the fact that when him and O got into it, he wasn't really willing to rekindle the friendship. They beef stayed on and off. But when he got into it with Gillie, when he got into it with Meek Mill, he was willing to go back and be friends with them because they blew up. He could benefit off the friendship. So he was willing to go back and kiss their ass and even talk shit about Oschino with him. So O got a legitimate reason to not respect him and feel the way he feel.
Well, one thing I wanted to ask you about is you were there when him and Gillie got into it.
Yeah, We call Gillie. We don't call Gillie that no more. We call him the bozo. We call him bozo, like the clown. He's with the big hat, the dumb shit. He makes Philadelphia look bad. Like I don't listen. That used to be my friend. I thought, but again, people act like they're a friend and they really not. So when he says some shit about me, I'm like, nigga, we don't have to be friends. You don't gotta act like you my friend. Just be my enemy. I don't give a fuck about being your enemy, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But Gillie's a bitch. We gonna keep it real. Gillie's a bitch. That's why he dancing around. He happy. He got a couple dollars in now because he got the little podcast shit. But Beans beat him the fuck up. He ain't do nothing. But Gillie not known for doing nothing anyway. He not no nigga that's gonna do nothing to nobody. He's a clown. That's why he danced around that big dumbass hat. You know what I'm saying? But the thing was he forgot he was dick eating Meek Mills real bad, so he said something about me for no reason, and I had to cook his toast. So Gillie, I don't fuck with you even. So let me get that clear. I don't fuck with you neither. I mean, but these dudes say some shit about me first, like so they just don't like my responses. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Gillie got beat up by Beans that interviewed him, so they both were dickheads for that. Don't beat me up and then interview me. Don't beat me up and then ask me to be on your podcast. I don't like that. That's Bookie butt shit, and that's for me. That shit is not. That's not. You cannot do that. That's not acceptable. So that's like he beat you up. Let's not beat you up and say, bro, come on my podcast. Like, oh, you beat me the up in front of Birdman. Birdman dropped me for that. I'm not getting on your podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like so these bozos, you mean?
Well, what's the story? Can you take me through
Well, this is All-Star Weekend. Beanie seen Gillie coming out of the store right across from Michigan Bibbles, put his arm around him, walked him off from Birdman, and teed off on him. You know what I'm saying? No, and they said, Gillie ain't run. Shut the fuck up, Beanie. Nobody said Gillie ran. My whole thing is this. Once you put your hands on somebody, you don't gotta do nothing back to him, but like, bro, I'm not coming on the pod. I'm not doing all that shit with you, bro. Mind you, Beans.
Why was Beans mad at Gillie?
Because it was like a thing we going back and forth. It was like state property and major figures was going through that, they didn't like each other. I mean, it was on a radio station dissing each other. And then one time Gillie was called up to the radio station and Beans were arguing, different shit like that. It was just some rap shit. You know what I'm saying? But back then, Beans put his hands on him. My thing is this. This is the thing. I don't like when people be lying about what happened when you can just own it. You know what I'm saying? He hit me, so what? All right, I mean, no, I ain't happy. Like, they lying. And instead of lying and get mad at me, instead of just telling the truth, like, I don't give a fuck if he hit you. You ain't the only person that ever got hit in life. But that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you just trying to, like, lie about it, just accept it. You know what I'm saying? But it look crazy that Beans want to get on your podcast now and say, yo, Gillie, my friend now. Beans is a dick eater. That's what I'm saying. That's my thing. I don't like when niggas did this to get, because everybody against me. Like, it's like me against the whole Philadelphia, right? I don't mind that. I mean, whatever, it's fine, right? But my thing is this, I'm not dick eating, bro. You're not doing something to me that I want to, just because you got motion, I want to ride your wave. That's why I made my own motion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, everybody, because people don't want the truth. They want to all be fake and run each other so they can all be fake. So if somebody come around as real and tell the truth, they don't like you. I mean, how dare you talk about the diabolical stuff we doing? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
I tend to feel the same way,
it's easy.
man.
Anybody can shoot somebody.
People expect
Anybody
you to
can kill
go
somebody.
along with
That's
their
not, don't
BS.
take nothing. That's nothing.
Man, if you want to sit around and tell
you
lies
know what
to
the
yourself,
consequences- you know what
then
the
that's your
consequences is.
business. Don't expect me
I've been
to
in jail for
join
murder.
in with you.
I know what
I'm
what
going
it-
to tell you
what
the
it feel
truth.
like. I
I'm
know what
going
it
to
feel
do
like
my best
you that
to
selling
be
might not-
real
might not
with you,
never
man.
get out
I'm not
ever.
going in
I mean, so
fantasy
like,
land with nobody.
young
So
boy, you really
I agree
ready
with
for
him
that.
on that point.
listen.
But
No,
at the
let me tell you this.
same
This the
time,
thing. It ain't.
if two
This
people
the
have
thing.
a
It's easy.
physical
Anybody can shoot somebody.
altercation and they
Anybody can
decide
kill
they
somebody.
want to be
So y'all
friends
friends.
again, I
You
mean,
can
I
talk
don't
about
see nothing
him to
wrong
me.
with that. It done been
You
a
on his
couple
side, now I
times in
talk
my
to you.
life.
I don't like
I
that.
done got
You have
into
a stance
fights
on
with
something.
people and we
Pick
done
a
later
side, you
on
know what I'm
became
saying?
cool.
But once you
It
became
wasn't
an
really
honorary
behind
sheriff,
nothing. It ain't really
you
that
talking all this
serious. So
hustle
I
to the
don't
sun
see
come
nothing
up,
wrong
hustle to the
with
shut the
Gillie
fuck up.
of
You
being
a cop,
cool
we
with
lock you
Beanie
up.
Sigel
He's
again,
not 900
even
hustle
if
no
the
more than
man
911.
did punch
You
him
feel
up.
me saying?
That's his
So my thing is
decision.
this,
If they
and my-
like it, shit,
everybody
I
don't
love
gotta
it.
not
So
like
I
cops.
don't
The
really
cops lock
agree
me up,
with
do
him
shit to
on
me. I don't
that.
like the police.
But I do
I see
get
they
the
kill people,
feeling
do all
that
this shit.
a lot of this is based on, oh, not wanting to get along to go along. He don't want to, put a lot of differences aside. He still kind of hanging on to that street code. And it seems like Gillie and Beanie Sigel and Freeway and all them, man, they just trying to get some money. They getting up in age. They ain't got time to be holding on to no code. They need to get all the money they can while they still have an opportunity.
Can't have sympathy for you.